Hi there, everyone. I'm Ashley Bullington, and you're watching The Warm-Up, presented by your local North Texas Geico agents in the Colony, Keller, Arlington, Plano, and Mesquite. Last week, we had some great games in the Metroplex, like Rowlett, who won our local North Texas Geico Agents Team of the Week with their victory over Sachse in the Battle of the Hammer. There's going to be just as much action this week on Wingstop Inside High School Sports as we have some big-time matchups. Garland ISD has two of their powerhouses battling it out again this week, as Lakeview Centennial and Sachse are on the gridiron. Sachse took a loss last week in the Battle of the Hammer and will be back with vengeance. Alex Orgy is the man who does it all for the Mustangs, as he leads the team in rushing and passing yards, averaging a total of 365 total yards per game. Yes, you know the name of Kamar Wheaton, but the man who blocks for him is Ezra Uyatade, and he's one of the best linemen in the country. This team is hard to stop on offense, and this matchup will be fun to watch. A game we have all grown to love will be going down in District 7 5A Division 1, as the Highland Park Scots and Longview Lobos are going head-to-head. The Scots had some setbacks at the beginning of the season, not getting to play for the first 2 weeks, but they're now 3-0 with wins over Rockwall, Sherman, and Coppell. Braden Shager has taken on his quarterback role with ease, as the Hawaii commit has become another one in the line of great Highland Park signal callers. Highland Park is favored in this one by only half a point, and it should be a high-scoring, fun-to-watch affair. The Battle of Beltline is on the docket as well, as Cedar Hill and DeSoto are seeing who will take the title for 2020 and get their first loss. This season, the new District of Doom is a tough one, and Cedar Hill is 2-0 in district, with wins over Lake Ridge and Waxahachie. Caton Salter leads the Longhorns with 280 total yards per game, and on defense, Harvey Dyson is averaging 2 sacks per game. DeSoto is favored to win this game by 13 points, as Samara Collier is putting up video game numbers on offense. This game is a must-see if you're wanting to watch some good Texas high school football. I'll definitely be watching those games, especially the Battle of Beltline. That game ended crazy in 2019, and it very well could be the same in 2020. You'll be able to see all of the highlights this week on Wingstop Inside High School Sports. Also, make sure you vote on our Hot Play of the Week poll, presented by Louisiana Hot Sauce, for a chance for your community to move on to compete for the Play of the Year. Here's last week's winner. We will also have a great inside story coming at you this week on Wingstop Inside High School Sports, on a man who was a standout football player at Hebron High School and the Naval Academy, and now is one of 3 African-American professional stock car racers.
Going to Naval Academy, being there, you learn a lot, especially about management of your time, management of yourself, your energy, all that stuff, because at the Naval Academy, we have so many things we have to do between military, school, football, all of it. So I would say it shaped my life in a positive way. It's really given me the structure needed and the discipline, and it helped me understand that when you're going after something, it's not easy. The mission is difficult. There's going to be hard things that come along the way, but as long as you stick with it and you stay strong enough, long enough, you can accomplish the end goal.
Rowlett had a big game where they won the Battle of the Hammer last Thursday night. After not making the playoffs for the first time in over a decade last year, the Eagles had to deconstruct and rebuild for the 2020 season in order to bring the Hammer back to Rowlett.
Yeah, we super ready. We know some of the things that we did last year when Rowlett tradition, and we're just trying to bring it back.
Yeah, we're just ready to get out and play and show what we can do.
It's the longest fall camp I think I've ever been involved with in the history of football. It goes on and on and on and on. And so, in that week leading up that first game, I kept waiting for a phone call saying, hey, we're going to postpone. And obviously that didn't happen, and I'm glad it didn't. But yeah, it feels good to be in a routine. Everybody, needs to get in the routine. I think the kids and the coaches, we feel a lot better when we're in a routine. So that's been nice. I think in coming through your workstations, doing what you do every day helps us prepare. So, obviously we feel a lot more comfortable moving forward.
Last week, we had Louisville's Taylon Green on Wingstop Inside High School Sports to accept his GimmeTheVin.com MVP bobblehead. Here on The Warm-Up, we like to recognize those outside of the events we typically cover that are doing big things in their sport. This week, we want to introduce you to the Decatur volleyball team. The Decatur Eagles are ranked the #1 team in the state on Max Preps. They are 25-1 overall and 10-0 in district play. Their only loss of the season is to 6A Lovejoy Leopards. This team won state championships in 2013, 2014, and 2018, and this season won the District 7 6A title as they try to take another in 2020. They beat Brownwood on Tuesday night and try to keep their season alive in the playoffs with Argyle next up. They've only dropped 7 of their 85 sets this season. The Volleyball State Tournament is on Saturday, November 21st for 1 through 4A. Now it's time for everyone's favorite part of the warm-up, the extra point. This week, we have a Lakeview Centennial lineman who's dropping some knowledge from his business on us, shoeing horses.
Quarter horse, thoroughbred, Clydesdale, Frisian, Belgian, single standardbred, single footer. Man, I'm stuck. Palomino. I'm gonna say a mule. It's a horse breed.
Done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Is another great Harmon coming out of Denton Guyer? You bet there is. Deuce Harmon has committed to A&M University and has been invited to the Under Armour All-American game. He received his jersey on Monday in the mail. Look at all those goodies. He will be joined by a slew of DFW names as Billy Bowman Jr., Maurice Blackwell, Ishmael Ibrahim, J.D. Coffey, Shamar Turner, Savion Bird, Tommy Brockermeyer, James Brockermeyer, Garrett Nussmeyer, Shadur Sanders, Jatavian Sanders, Jaron Bradley, J.J. Henry, and JoJo Earl have all been invited as well. That's almost enough, guys, for a whole DFW squad. That's all we have for this episode. Follow all of Inside High School Sports social accounts to stay up to date on everything going on in the high school sports scene. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube that throughout the week will get you ready for the main event, Wingstop Inside High School Sports on NBC5 Saturday at 6:30 p.m., hosted by Pat Dunning. Thanks for watching The Warm-Up, presented by your local North Texas Geico agents in the Colony, Keller, Arlington, Plano, and Mesquite. To get more information or a quote, go to geico.com/DFW. I'm Ashley Bullington, and I hope you're as ready as I am for all of the gridiron action.